Hey, what's going on, my friend? Justin Temple here with a really quick video about, is Postcard Tycoon newbie friendly? Can you succeed with Postcard Tycoon as a new member? Do you need previous experience to succeed with this postcard business opportunity? And I'm going to share with you my personal story as to how I became successful with this postcard program using direct mail, and I was actually a newbie before I started with this system. Okay, my friend, welcome to Postcard Lifestyle. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notifications for future videos, because in this video I want to share with you, is Postcard Tycoon newbie friendly? Can you join as a new person and realistically see success? And if you're an experienced marketer with a big list and a big team already, can you move your team over to Postcard Tycoon and see realistic results? Okay, and so let's get into this video. And first of all, my story is, before I joined Postcard Tycoon, I was a complete direct mail newbie. And you can see income proof at my website in the description below, www.postcardlifestyle.com, where I show you how I get $300 checks sent directly to my mailbox. However, I was a complete newbie, and so was my girlfriend at direct mail. And so I was very skeptical of this program because I am a millennial who's 25, born in 1996, April 5th, 1996. So I don't really do mail. I don't like envelopes. I don't like stamps. I don't like, that kind of stuff. I'm not into that. That's not anything that I have to use. Everything is on the phone. Everything's on the internet for me. So this program, I was very taken back by it. So the reason, I decided not to join online and decided to go offline is because a lot of these online programs are pretty expensive, and they charge monthly fees, and you need to buy multiple products to be all in and things like that. And I wasn't really looking to, I was struggling. 2020 made prices go up, and supplies going up, and everyone's struggling right now, and no one needs to be spending a bunch of extra money on stuff that they don't need to. So I was looking for programs that were simple, easy to join, not taxing on my wallet, and they're not going to take a monthly fee every month, because I want to make sure that I can deal with my life struggles without having to pay for my business while I'm having to deal with my life struggles. You know what I mean? So like we all want to, do postcards or get videos done or get our email done, or, but life gets in the way. And so when life gets in the way, it's nice to know that I'm not having to pay every week or every month or every year for a business that I may be I might have to be taken away from for a day or two or a week or a month, right? What if your family members, need your help in a different state? Kind of got to step away from your business, right? So I wanted to find something that wasn't so taxing and that I could join once and have a forever business. And so that's one of the aspects that I really like about this. So is Postcard Tycoon newbie friendly? Yes, it is. It is the same direct mail program that I got started with as a complete newbie in direct mail. So when I got off of school, my dad would pick me up from school, and he would make me write letters to my grandpa. I don't like writing letters. I don't write stuff really. I do write notes on marketing and courses, and I keep those in a specific spot. But I don't really write stuff down. I don't really write, things down. I just do it. I just do it. One of my goals was to hit 90 videos for this channel, and to hit 30 videos with the word Postcard Tycoon in it. This will be my 83rd video, and this will be the 30th video with Postcard Tycoon in it. So I don't have to write it down. I do it. I'm very serious about my goals. So I'm a big action taker, and so when I saw this program, I realized it was low competition because it's hard to get started, as far as having to mail in money orders versus a PayPal payment, right? So for me, I understand that, if I can't just buy online, it's a little bit higher of a barrier to entry. So that means it's actually less competition, which means it's more profitable for a newbie, okay? So I hope you understand that. That's something I learned with Amazon FBA, right? If you want to sell in the uh, in the topical niche on Amazon, you have to get ungated, right? Well, getting ungated is a barrier to entry, which means not everyone can do it. And if you get in, you're one of a few people that's actually doing it, which means your competition is so low. That's what I love about these offline direct mail programs, especially about Postcard Tycoon, is it's very low competition, okay? So that's another reason why it's very newbie friendly. So back to my story. Me and my girlfriend were looking for ways to make money from home, got this postcard. I was skeptical about it. I wasn't sure. Never done offline direct mail. My dad actually had to make me write letters to my grandpa, and he would mail them off. So I'm not really a letter person or pen and paper kind of guy. I'm more of an email and video person. So because I'm 25, uh, been around this my whole life. So I decided to get started with Postcard Tycoon because it was a simple one-time payment, and I was able to have a forever business. And there's some also cool features about Postcard Tycoon, like the 5 for Life program, where you get 500 postcards, 500 stamps, and 500 leads, okay, mailed for you, okay? So you can have perpetual marketing every 5th sale. So every 5th sale, you get 500 stamps, 500 postcards, and 500 leads. So that's something that I've never seen in a program before. Even online programs that are, that can afford to do stuff like that, they don't do that. Okay, so that's something I really like is Postcard Tycoon really goes out of their way to reward newbies who succeed. Okay, so every 5th sale, you're gonna get perpetual marketing done for you. How cool is that? Okay, so now when I got started with Postcard Tycoon, it was, I had to ask my sponsor how to print stuff out and how to do the money orders. I had never done it before. I've never mailed any money orders, and I was kind of like, I was like the kind of nervous that you are when you send Bitcoin. I send Bitcoin all day, like for like day after day after day, and I'm not nervous about it. But I sent in this order form of 2 money orders that I've never done before, and I was incredibly nervous about it. Okay, I didn't know if the money was going to actually get to Eric or Postcard Tycoon and things like that. So, as nervous as you are sending Bitcoin to your friends, that's how nervous I am sending money orders in the mail. Okay, but I decided to take action and get started. Okay, so don't let fear hold you back. Okay, don't let fear hold you back. Take action, master your destiny. So I decided to get started Postcard Tycoon after asking my sponsor how to get started. And I even have a video on how to get started if you need help. That way I don't have to explain it to everyone, right? Power of videos. So that is. So I also have some tips real quick. So when I got started, I started with a small mailing budget, right? So I got my welcome kit. Well, then what? What's my story from there? I started with a small budget, okay? I started with mailing 10 postcards per day, and I didn't mail them every day. What I did was I saved them every day, and I mailed out 50 every Friday. Okay, so now I have more Postcard Tycoon training on step-by-step how to succeed in the link in the description below. Join my personal Postcard Tycoon team, and you'll get all my bonuses and my team training site. My team training site is almost done. I'm about to launch it out to my team, and I'm about to make some videos on it. So if you're hearing about it right now, it's almost done. Get excited. Go ahead and join my team, and it will be rolling out very soon. But that's my story. I started with a small budget, and I started with 10 postcards per day, and I mailed out 50 every Friday. I do have some additional tips that I was doing to get higher response rates and things like that. But it took me a few months to get my first sale. Okay, you see a lot of these Postcard Tycoon videos and people that, oh, I've been in Postcard Tycoon for 5 years. They probably joined last month. Okay, my story is true. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I joined. I don't know the exact date. It was like 6 or 7 months ago now, and I started with a small budget. It took me some time. Okay, it took me some time. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. It took me some time. Okay, 10 postcards per day, 50 every Friday. That's not a lot, right? So if you get a 1 to 3% response rate, you know, 50 every week, you know, every 2 weeks you're only getting maybe 3 calls at the most, right? So it did take some time for me to build up, all right? However, it didn't take me a lot of money, and it didn't take me a lot of hard work and effort and slavery, okay? So let me give you 2 tips real quick before I go on how to succeed with Postcard Tycoon and how I was able to master this business. Okay, so the first reason newbies fail is because I wrote it down right here. Where did it go? Can't even read my own notes. Is response rate. Okay, people get into postcard marketing and they're so worried about response rate. Well, the truth about response rate is if you have a better conversion rate, your response rate isn't as drastically important. So when it comes to your success in Postcard Tycoon, there's really 2 factors, the response rate and the next factor, which is why people fail, which is the follow-up, okay? And my phone's about to die. I don't want to keep this too long. My phone's always dying. But your response rate isn't so important if you have good follow-up, and I teach you how to do both on my team in the description below. So response rate's very important, and I teach you how to customize your postcard to increase your response rates and increase the know, like, and trust factor in your marketing. However, a lot of people are so worried about response rates that they never ever worry about, am I actually calling my fucking leads? Am I actually emailing my freaking leads? Am I actually following up with people and hammering them and asking them when they're ready to get started? Am I actually figuring out their life and following up with them and having a good conversion rate? So don't worry so much about response rates. I will teach you how to customize your postcard, and I even do it for you on my team, so you don't have to worry about response rates. Focus on conversion rates, and I give you a phone call script in my team to teach you how to do all this, okay? But those are the 2 reasons why newbies commonly struggle and fail, is because they're so worried about response rates, and if they have a response rate, they don't do anything for the conversion rates, and you need to focus hard on the conversion rates more than the response rates. Okay, if you get 1 lead, call. Oh, hey, you answered. Hey, what's up? Hey, Justin here. Thanks for visiting my website, postcardlifestyle.com. How you doing today, Jim? Oh, good. I visited that thing a month ago, man. I see you called me 30 times. What's going on? Oh, hey, Jim, I just want to see if you're more interested in making more money from home using postcard marketing. You know, and just hammer people, man. And oh, you are? Okay, great. Is this a good time to talk to you, or should we schedule an appointment where you're at your computer and have a good 30 minutes to talk? Oh, this isn't a good time? Okay, let's schedule a time later today, Jim. Is that okay? Okay, Jim, how about 3:30 today? Does that work for you? Okay, sweet. I'll call you back at 3:30 and let's go over this, okay? And so there's your appointment scheduling script, and then you go into the closing script. Super freaking easy, okay? So stop worrying about response rates and use my team training to increase your response rates, and then use my team training to increase your conversion rates. Click the link in the description below. I appreciate you watching this video about is Postcard Tycoon newbie friendly. It is, but you will encounter 2 struggles, response rates and conversion rates. Get started on my team to learn how to fix that. I hope you had a wonderful time watching this video. Hope you got value. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notifications before my phone dies. Alright, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.